The K416 or HK416, a distant and foreign relative of the M4A1. So this weapon is only available to the support class currently, but it absolutely can shred through enemies. And in today's video, I wanted to share my preferred build for the K416 in Delta Force. So starting off with the barrel, I chose to go with the K416 Elite Heavy Barrel Combo. So this increases your range slightly and also increases your control. I tend to play a little bit of a hybrid playstyle with medic. Sometimes I'm a little bit more at range and sometimes I'm a little bit closer quarters, but I still chose to go with this barrel. For the muzzle attachment, I chose to go with the Sandstorm Vertical Compensator. Now this increases your control by 9 and also reduces your handling slightly, but it gives you that vertical firing camera stability buff or stat increase that I talked about in yesterday's video. So install that. For the foregrip, I chose to go with the Secret Order Bevel foregrip, which further increases your control, slightly decreases your handling, but gives you horizontal firing camera stability. Now, the actual K416 doesn't really have much recoil from left to right or horizontally, so we can go look at the details here and look at the control. It's pretty straight, but I still chose to get that specific foregrip on the weapon because I like having a clear picture of what I'm shooting at. As for the mag, I chose to go with the 45 round mag. The 60 round drum mag is great, has a lot more ammo obviously, but you're getting a lot more downsides, and generally speaking I reload pretty much after most firefights when I think I'm safe, so I chose to go with the 45 round mag. As for the mag mount, again, literally no downsides, so you should have it on. The color doesn't matter in this case because I do have a skin. For the rear grip, I chose to go with the AR Heavy Tower Grip. Again, as I did with the AS Valet, it also gives you an extra slot, the grip mount slot, so go with that. And as for the grip mount slot, I went with the Stable Base Grip. A little bit of a hit on handling here, but increases your stability quite a bit, so that's why I chose to go with this one. For the stock, actually, I went with the 416 light stock to get a little bit of that handling back. A little bit of a penalty on the stability here, but we can make up for that a little bit later. Moving on to the optic, as most of my weapons, I choose to go with the mini red dot sight, and we'll talk about the calibration of all the different parts at the end. For all the handguards, I chose to go with the DD Python handguard, which gives you +1 handling. For the left rail, I chose to go with the purple laser. Any laser is perfectly fine. I just felt it fit the aesthetic of the weapon with the skin I have on. And then for the right rail, I just chose to go with the DD Python handguard. On the top rail, you can't put anything else other than a flashlight or a laser, which then obstructs whatever sight you have on, so I chose to not put it there and rather put it on the left side. Technically, I guess you could put a riser on there, but you are getting a penalty when you actually put a riser on a weapon, so as you can see, you get a slight control penalty, slightly improved handling, but yeah, you could do either or. For the calibration, so the barrel, I actually added a little bit of weight to that, so it gives you increased firing stability. You get a little bit less ADS movement speed, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. That's why I chose to go with that. And I also increased its length by 10 millimeters, which increases the muzzle velocity of the weapon. For the foregrip, I only chose to increase the weight limit by +20 grams, so it gives you a little bit of extra control, slightly decreases your ADS speed, but when I'm really close quarters, I usually just hip fire. For the pistol grip, I chose to increase the weight limit by +50 grams, so you're getting that +6% extra control, and I chose to actually not increase the thickness here, but technically you could to get that +16% stability when moving. As for the 416 light stock, I chose to put both of these max, so this increases your control further and also increases your just firing stability, which is never a bad option. And finally, for the optic, I chose to increase the zoom by 0.25, which I mostly do with all of the red dot sights I equip on my weapons. So that is the K416 build that I have used pretty much for the past few days. So to have all of these attachments, you do have to have the weapon leveled up to 48, which unlocks the Secret Order Bevel foregrip. If not, you could probably just swap out this part for something similar. But yeah, that is the weapon of choice that I have been using as a medic. It is a ton of fun to use. You can beam people at a decent range, and obviously it fires incredibly fast. It honestly performs quite similar to the M4A1 that only the Assault class has, so if you're looking for something like that weapon, but on the support class, then the K416 I think would fit that role perfectly. In any case, again, share code in the description down below as well as in the top pinned comment. Leave your weapon builds for the K416 in the comments. I would love to try them out. But that'll be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.